I want you to take a deep breath right now. Inhale, exhale, because this video is going to be the reminder you didn't know you needed. A reminder that just because you don't see results yet doesn't mean things aren't shifting behind the scenes. It doesn't mean your efforts are in vain, and it definitely doesn't mean you should give up. This is for you. If you are tired, if you are doubting, if you are losing faith in yourself, your goals, or the universe. Let me guide you back to that power. Let me help you fall in love with the wait. Because when you understand the power of patience, you become unstoppable. Hi guys, it's Jessica. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to episode 2 of my mini-series on how to trust the process when you don't see results. This is episode 2 called The Power of Patience, How to Trust Your Journey. So let's get right into it. And I want to start by acknowledging why patience is power. Now, patience is not passive. It is powerful. It is an act of faith. And today I'm going to show you how to harness that power, how to trust your journey, and how to manifest the life you desire. All of this without losing hope. So I'm going to start with this truth, and that is that impatience is rooted in fear. Fear that it won't happen, fear that you're wasting your time, fear that you'll be left behind. But the real power, that real power lives in patience. Because patience says, I know it's mine even if I can't see it. I trust that it's coming. And the most magnetic people are the ones who trust their timing. Those people who don't chase, because they know that what they want is already on its way. And that is also divine feminine energy. That is true self-worth. Because you don't beg for what you know that you deserve. You aren't begging for those things. And as I've mentioned before, the seed doesn't sprout the day you plant it. The caterpillar doesn't fly the moment it enters in the cocoon. Growth is silent. Progress is hidden. But you have to just keep in mind that just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it isn't happening. Which gets me to my next point, which is that trust is an energy. It's a vibration. And when you trust your journey, you align yourself with the frequency of manifestation. Think about it. As I said before, when you plant a seed, do you dig it up every day to just check if it's growing? No, of course not. You water it, you nurture it, and you trust that in time it will bloom. You just have to think that your dreams work the same way. You don't need to see results instantly, and you won't see them. Now you need to trust that all the work you're putting in, the energy you're investing, is creating something extraordinary. And we know that the ego wants results fast. Instantly. It wants validation, it wants recognition, it wants proof, and it wants it right now. But your soul came here to grow, to experience, to expand. And that won't happen through instant gratification. It just doesn't work like that. It happens through stillness, surrender, and alignment. Because the ego says, if I don't see it right now, that means that it's not working. But your soul says, even if I don't see it now, I trust that it's already mine. So here you have to ask yourself, am I acting from ego or from alignment? Am I rushing the progress because I'm afraid, or am I grounded in my knowing? Which gets me to my next point, and that is that divine timing is real. The universe knows exactly when to deliver what you need. But here's the thing, you have to be ready to receive it. As Mel Robbins says, you are one decision away from a completely different life. But that decision requires patience. It requires faith. It requires you to keep going even when you're not seeing results. Because your energy, your mindset, your belief system, they all shape your reality. If you believe nothing is happening, you are blocking your blessings. But if you trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. You're just opening the doors for miracles. And I want to remind you about something that you already know deep down, and that is that it's never too late to start. There's no such thing as too late. Doesn't exist. Because what's meant for you cannot miss you. That person, that opportunity, your dream life, it's all being orchestrated to you in your divine timing. Not on your schedule, but on the universe's. And just think about it, some of your biggest blessings came after a delay, after a breakdown, after a detour. But when they arrived, they made sense. They were way better than you imagined. And they were right. And that's not a coincidence. It's no coincidence. It's divine timing. So if you're waiting right now, don't see it as a punishment. See it as a preparation. And the next point I want to talk about is about the waiting room. That space where you are right now and where you want to be. And that space is uncomfortable. It's uncertain. You start questioning everything. You start doubting yourself. But guess what? The waiting room is sacred. It's where you become that version of yourself that can handle what you've asked for. It's where your self-worth is tested. It's where the universe asks you, are you ready to hold what you've been asking for? Because you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So in the waiting, become her, become that person. Become that woman who already has it. Feel her energy, speak her thoughts, live her discipline, and that's the magic. That's that shift. Now I'm going to give you some tips on how to embrace the power of patience practically and spiritually. Number one is to ground your mornings in faith. Start your day not by directly getting your phone like we all do. Change that routine and start with silence and with affirmations, like for example, everything is unfolding in perfect timing. Next, you're going to start creating without expectation. Pour into your work without obsessing over the results. Serve, share, shine, and trust that it will land exactly when it needs it to. Next, you're going to start keeping your promises, because discipline is that bridge between desire and manifestation. So keep showing up even when it's boring, even when you feel like it doesn't make sense anymore, even when you feel you've lost all motivation. Keep showing up. I can't stress this enough. Keep showing up, because that is the real power. And next, you're going to start journaling all that evidence, all those small wins, all those small accomplishments, even as silly as they may sound or be. Write them down. And also those signs, because they are everywhere. If you pay attention, you're going to start noticing those signs. And paired with this journaling, you're also going to speak it into existence. Talk about your vision board like it's already happened, because your words cast spells, so speak wisely. Now let me tell you, it may not be a secret anymore. You can see it on my channel, but I have had so many moments where I gave up, and I'm talking literally like giving up on life, giving up on everything. When I just felt like nothing was working for me, I was just completely lost. I questioned everything. I felt like nothing made sense. I was just in a deep, deep hole. But I've noticed that the blessings come with every breakdown. If I hadn't gone through all those breakdowns that I had, I wouldn't be where I am right now, and I wouldn't know all the knowledge that I know right now. And it's something that we have to go through. When something bad happens, it's because something better is going to come, or you're going to learn something much more powerful, but you needed to go through that pain or through that breakdown. And that shift also came when I surrendered control, when I stopped controlling everything around me, and I stopped forcing everything, and I just started trusting. And I even said it, like I saw a video where it said that you have your guardian angels always with you, so you're like never alone. Even if you feel alone, you're supposed to never be alone. You always have your guardian angels, and you can have, I think, up to 3 or 4 guardian angels depending on your life and how you're dealing with it. And they just said, like, just tell them, like, okay, you are in control right now. I'm giving you the power. Like, I'm done. I'm done with controlling my life. I don't want to do this anymore. So that's a thing maybe you could do. I found that it helped me. I was like, look, I'm done. You take over because I'm done. And it's true that ever since then, I don't know if it's the guardian angel or just my mindset, like I just gave up, like trying to control, trying to be this. I just gave up and I just trusted that things will work out. I didn't know how, I didn't know when or anything, but I just said this will figure itself out. And I did. But you just have to keep reminding yourself that you are not behind, you are not failing. You are just being prepared for more, and you are exactly where you need to be. You have to go through this to become that version of yourself that you want to become. And with this, it takes me to my last segment, which is that your breakthrough is coming. Hear me right now. Your breakthrough is coming. Those results that you've been waiting for, they are already on their way to you. They are coming. They are coming. But you have to trust, you have to believe, and you have to keep going. Because the universe is watching and it's waiting for you to show up for yourself. And it's waiting for you to show up with that unconditional faith. And when you do, everything will just start to fall into place. So I want you to close your eyes right now, put your hand on your heart, and repeat after me. I trust the timing in my life. I am in no rush. I release control and surrender to divine order. Everything is working in my favor. My success is inevitable, and what's meant for me is already mine. I am becoming the woman I have always dreamed of. I trust the process, I trust the journey, I trust myself. And just breathe and smile and just say thank you. And trust that everything will fall into place. Now, if this video found you, it wasn't by accident. The universe speaks through people, through signs and moments. And today it spoke through this message. So if you are in the waiting season right now, stay grounded, stay soft, and stay faithful. And you don't need to force what is already yours. Just become that version of you who's already received it. And let's see what the cards have for us today. And the angels came out, so let's see what the angels have to say to us about this, about what we're going through, about this version of ourselves that we are creating and that exists. So let's see what their message is for us about this process. Well, this one came out. Growth. Spiritual awareness is opening you to all that you are ready to see. Your destiny is being fulfilled. Keep your intentions pure with your eyes, looking ahead, and you will continue to increase the growth that is here. And our affirmation is, the more I invest awareness in my growth, the closer I continuously become to the outcomes I am seeking. And that is so true. You have to keep growing. You have to keep focusing on yourself, on your goals, and just trust and have patience, because it will happen. I mean, this message is great for this video because it's so true. That growth is there, it will appear. Keep focusing on yourself, on your goals, on what you're doing, and just have faith and trust and patience that it will happen. Okay guys, this is the end of the video. And subscribe if you want to continue this mini series, because episode 3 will be out this Sunday. And just remember, you've got this and I've got you, and I will see you next time. And just remember that patience is power and trust is energy, and your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. So if this episode resonated with you, please share it, like and comment. It really helps me out. And if you could subscribe, that would be great. It sounds like a lot, but I promise it doesn't take any of your time. It's just a few seconds, and you don't know how much that could help me grow this channel. Okay guys, remember I post every Wednesdays and Sundays, so I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye.